Welcome to PDI Mobile Connect. This app is an easy-to-use tool that many campaigns use to collect data at our canvases. This video will walk you through the app so you can knock on doors with confidence. The first thing you need to do is download the app. It's called PDI Mobile Connect, and it's available for free in the Apple App Store or the Android Marketplace. Make sure you download and install it before you arrive at your Canvas location, as there may not be Wi-Fi available. When you open the app, it will ask you for a login, email, and password. Don't enter your information. You'll get that from your Canvas organizers when you arrive, so you won't get to play with your new app before you go, but that's why we're doing this. Once you do log in, you'll see a page called My Assignments. This shows you the general area that you're covering, the number of voters, and the number of houses. There's also a button called Get Directions, which will map you from your current location to your turf. But before you tap that, tap on the My Assignments field. Now you'll see your walk list with 3 tab view options: Street View, Map View, and People View. The People View is an alphabetized list of the people in your turf. It will give you an idea of who you're going to be speaking with. The Map View is a handy way to find a good cluster of households by zooming in and scrolling around. This will help you plan your route so you can get through your turf efficiently. You can also get info on each house by tapping on its icon. The Street View has your turf listed by street. You can also choose a dense area to start with and then navigate right to the first address. You'll notice that the households are color-coded. Green means go. It's a brand new household ready to be canvassed. Yellow means the home has been partially completed. Maybe you spoke to one person, but there's another person there that we want to contact. Red is a completed home. That means you finished the survey with everyone in the home or entered one of the non-contact responses. I'll show you those in a bit. You can also see some household information listed here. It shows you basic info about the people you're going to be contacting, age and sex. This can help you identify who you are looking for or talking to at the door. For instance, if they are elderly, you may want to give them a little more time to answer. And party. This shows their party affiliation. D equals Democrat. R equals Republican. DS equals declined to state. In other words, they are registered as an independent voter. LI is Libertarian. GR is Green, PF, Peace and Freedom. AI is American Independent, which many people in California think means independent, but it's actually a far-right party. And YY equals Other. All of this info will help you figure out who you are talking to and how you should talk to them. Also, make sure to ask for everyone on the list. Sometimes the person at the door will want to answer questions for them. It doesn't count unless you hear it directly from the person you are surveying. Do not fill in a survey for someone you haven't personally spoken with. Now, there are usually 3 buttons under the names Disposition, Info, and Survey. The Disposition button is where you input all of your non-response codes, the data that you enter when you're not able to speak with someone. They vary depending on the campaign, but can include not home, moved, refused to respond, gated, no access, deceased, and so on. There's often an option for language barrier. This is important so that the campaign can send a canvasser who does speak their language. The Info button takes you to the page where you can type in any info that needs to be updated or collected, like their name if a new person is living there, and email and phone number if that needs to be updated. The Notes are where you can write anything the campaign should know about that household. Any relevant data that you record here about your conversation can be helpful to the campaign. And the Survey, your script. Depending on the campaign, you may be asking about issues, checking registration status, or getting out the vote on the weekend before election. Your Canvas organizers will give you the information you need about your script and their goals for the day. But whatever the focus, it's important to make a real connection. So feel free to make the script your own, but be sure to go through the campaign's questions and record all of their responses. Once you complete all of the questions, you will see the survey summary page. This is where you can confirm the info that you collected. If you entered the incorrect response, you can go back and change it. And then, of course, hit save. And lastly, there is some important stuff on the settings page. You get to it by tapping these dots on the top right of your screen. First of all, there are the list options. Often campaigns send you out to canvas in pairs. You can stick together if you'd like, but if you take opposite sides of the street, you can cover more ground and hit more houses. So you can adjust your list to odd street numbers or even street numbers. That way you and your partner can be signed in on the same turf, but with your own devices. And now, the all-important Sync List button. It's always recommended that you sync the list manually by tapping the little arrows when you're done. That way you can make sure the campaign gets all of that precious data you've worked so hard to collect. Also, if the campaign has refreshed or changed the turf at all, or if you're having problems seeing your assignments, a good old resync usually takes care of it. Pro tip, on the home page, you can swipe down with your finger to resync as well. That's the app. Pretty darn cool, right? If you have any questions or issues, your Canvas organizers will be there to help. Just remember, make a connection, complete all of the questions, sync the list. If you didn't fill in the data correctly, it didn't happen. Please take your time and complete your assignment. Canvassing is the single most effective way to reach voters, so thank you for stepping up and taking action.